Good morning, friends and neighbors. It's an early morning and I'm here at Jess Lucas Park. You can see behind me the church and the post office. I'm supposed to be walking the track. I've only done half of my laps, but I realize the light is perfect. And I know that you guys spent a lot of time in this park in your youth. There's the depot. So the light is perfect, so I had to stop. But I wanted to show you guys have probably been here for Happy Days and things like that, but this is a shipping container that was turned into a little art studio. Not a studio, but they're like art gallery. Every now and then during special events there's stuff in there. But this park has a rich history, of course, of community events that have happened here. But previously it was all the way down that way for quite a ways. It was the land of the Georgia Baptist Children's Home from 1899 to 1968. But I was walking through and I realized a lot of times we don't pay attention to the trees, and as we do, they come and go. But there are still a few pretty large trees here. Now, it made me wonder, I'm not... Ooh, this guy pulling his trailer, that was loud. I'm not a professional when it comes to trees, but I like to look at them and guess how old they are. And I know it might be hard for you looking at this on a screen, but I'm guessing that this one, plus several others that are about the same size, I would say 60, 70 years maybe, which means these trees were here when many of you were kids as saplings. But we've got this one, but I could be wrong because I don't even know, is this an oak tree? I don't even know, you guys. That's the thing, and I feel like I should. And then over here we've got another one. This one's not quite as old. It looks to be maybe a decade younger. And of course, again, I'm just guessing. But you can see on all of these trees that they've had, that one's quite young, maybe 25 years old. But you can see that the city takes pretty good care of them as far as making sure that questionable branches are cut down. This is one of my favorites here. I would love to sit in that branch right there during one of the many events that we have going on here, bands and such that play. It'd be neat if there was a ladder. I know it's a safety thing, but a ladder that goes up and you could sit right there and watch from up there. But I like this tree, but you can see how they cut down questionable branches to keep it safe. And then this one, that's the one I showed you a minute ago. It's like 25. And then there's a couple more over here that are smaller. And then we've got a magnolia tree in the middle of the park right here. And from what I understand, magnolias are, we have gendered them, male, female, because they have to be, a male has to be close to a female in order to pollinate it. The other ones are right down there next to the church. But this tree was taken out within the last few years, probably because it's rotten in the middle. Here's another old one. I'm gonna guess 60 or 70 years again, probably that. But this one I really like because look at the display of branches. They're pretty much all still there. They've had to cut off a couple, like one over here that went out over the sidewalk, I think, a couple of them. But this one's nice and full. It's a little dark on this side. Almost makes you think somebody burned it. Doesn't it look like it does? It certainly does. Looks like somebody burned it. And then there's something really cool I want to show you over here as well, beyond this monument. But this is the monument for the Georgia Baptist Children's Home. And this is a replica of the archway that stood right about there. (1899 to 1968). I've showed this before, but you get to see it again. You can pause that if you want to read it. I like the branches, the roots coming out on this one. And look how wavy and intricate and interesting the bark is on this one. Now, if you guys know what types of trees these are, that'd be cool if you could tell me. Because I don't know. There's a peek of what we're gonna go look at over there. Look how intricate this tree is. My favorite is during the spring, around the end of March, early April, when this thing starts to bud again. It's spectacular to look at. Okay, look at this tree. And the leaves beneath it. Look at that. Let's go walk through it. Isn't that nice? This is why we live here. Look at the colors. And it's just such a thick blanket under here. And then there is a memorial stone over here that I've shown before, but I don't know who Gloria Pate is. I think I've read this on camera before. Gloria Pate, 1924. She'd be 100 years old this year. She must have been in the gardening club. Oh, she was given this from friends and relatives, members of the Hapeville Clean and Beautiful Commission. So obviously she was very active in keeping the city looking beautiful. And then let's swing around here, of course. And look at that. And when you swing around, you can see the train tracks that go down what used to be Stewart Avenue. That's the intersection. That lovely. I don't think I'll ever tire of that site. This is a perfect spot for this church because when you're coming down this direction, you see all the way down. When you come around the curve, you look down and you can see this showcased right at the end of the street. This used to have a lot of beautiful landscape right along here, but the city often rents this out to film crews to film inside. And when they set up their equipment a couple of years ago, they destroyed all of that. So rather than try to keep up on it financially, I guess that wasn't viable. They just took it all out. But they did back here put in this, the rocks and the landscaping here. And then I've showed you the garden over there before, the stone garden with the donated stones that families bought. But that's it. I just thought I would show you the trees this morning because I just think it's a beautiful park. It's only a fraction left of what we used to have. The park used to be all the way down that way. Okay, here's my 14-year-old boy. Every time I walk by this spot, my 14-year-old teenage boy goes, snicker, snicker, snicker. I'll let you figure it out. All right, create yourself a great day. I'm gonna go finish my walk.